Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It's Lorraine. I hope everybody's doing well on this Tuesday, August 15, 2023. The weather was a little bit more temperate today. It was cool, it was breezy, it was nice, still humid. When the sun goes down, it turns into a tropical rainforest here in eastern Kentucky. And I've cleared up some space on my better phone so that you get a better photo of my aliens. These are the aliens. This is the alien agenda right here, folks. Right here. How about these guys? Want to say hi? Show them your antenna, right? The hatchery says it's a helmet, but I call it an antenna at the top of their heads here. These creatures. And then we've got a few cats on the driveway. We've got the youngsters here who are missing their bird who was stolen. Right? Who was stolen? Was Chippy stolen? Yeah, your ringleader was stolen. But I hope everybody's doing okay. Please hit the thumbs up. What I've noticed is when I post the shorts, they get a lot of views. And then the criminals, the stalkers, downvoted. So please hit the thumbs up on my shorts. I really appreciate it. And here's Mikey. And Paws. Paws showed up here about a year and a half ago. Right? Were you dumped? Were you a dumped little boy? Yes, yeah, I'm cute. I'm good. But what I'd like to do is first, on one of the shorts, the criminals overnight cracked a feeder. It was actually in the chicken coop, and I brought it out to my porch because I was going to feed them or put plants in it, and the criminals intentionally cracked it. You could see that it's so obvious that they intentionally cracked it. And that's one of the videos that's being downvoted like crazy. Well, I received an email from a woman named Connie Marshall. She lives in Louisville, Kentucky, which is north of here. I'm going to say about 2, maybe 3 hours away. But it's ironic how she sent an email around to an email list that included the Attorney General, Daniel Cameron, and the governor, the mayor, etc., and a whole bunch of other people, including myself. And she outlines via date some of the things that have been happening to her. So she has here August 14, 2023, 9:57 p.m., a sexual assault by the Louisville Metro Police using directed energy weapons. She says they confessed in writing that they're using to attack her. But we don't know for sure. So I just want to preface that I'm reading her testimony. I'm reading her reports of who she believes is targeting her. And I'm not negating what she's saying, but just note that I am not, I'm not confirming or denying that I agree with what she's saying, okay? This is her testimony, and I'm just a talking piece for her, okay? So she says she always listens to the gospel channel on her TV when getting ready for work and when going to bed at night. And the Louisville Metro Police intercept and turn off the sound as soon as she turns the gospel station. However, all the other stations work just fine. Also, they intercept the refrigerator, which they also do, when it's unplugged. Ashley sometimes has to unplug the refrigerator due to the constant interference by the LMPD, which has caused damage to a brand new side-by-side refrigerator. She says, I know they intercepted because you can hear the pop noise even when it's not plugged in. Okay, young man, can you chill it? Okay, guys, you can calm down now. I wanted to say that a lot of times they will go crazy because they're receiving directed energy. Okay, there's a lot of energy that comes booming in on the top of the roof of the building here. They hit all the buildings here, all the metal roofs. You'll hear a bang, a pop. And when the energy comes through, just the way it hurts me, it hurts them too. Okay. So she says that the Louisville Metro Police and the Gas and Electric have been in collusion to try to frame her to cover up their crimes. And she says you'll find her evidence on her website, which is justiceforallcitizens.com. She says that's why none of them tried to sue her. She says she owns 2 cars, a house, and I'm an assistant property manager. They can't sue her because they gave me all of the evidence against them, as they are just that arrogant that they think no one is going to do anything about their crimes. They can kill me using directed energy weapons, and that is what they have been trying to do. She says you will find her evidence of directed energy weapons on her website, justiceforallcitizens.com. She spoke at Washington at the Presidential Commission for the Study of Bioethical Issues, and you will find the actual video of her speaking on her website homepage. She says, I fear for my life and my family's lives every day. Will somebody please help? Now, I want to mention that she was a mayoral candidate in Kentucky. I don't know her personally. I think we've spoken on the phone maybe once or twice after I moved here. But, it's very difficult for targeted people to get together, and it's unfortunate because she lives in Kentucky, and some of what I'm going to read to you is also happening to me. So it must be scripted. We can't make this stuff up. I've never met the woman before. Okay, so she says that August 13, 2023, high-pitched frequency being turned on in her home and noise and clicking in my ear. I have the exact same thing. That happened to me a couple of nights ago. I'm lying in bed just before I go to bed, and I hear 3 clicks in my right ear. Click, 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 because they inserted something in my ear, which I can feel. I can feel it with my finger. I can feel it with a Q-tip. That something is inserted in my right ear that's causing that click, click, click. So she says this noise is constantly turned on and off in her home, which has caused her ears to bleed several times. This noise is also being turned on in her ear, and there's a tapping noise in her right ear. I get the exact same thing. You can't make this stuff up, folks. August 11 through 13. Let's see. Her TV was intercepted. Hands attacked. Same thing happening to me. Sexual assault by LMPD using directed energy weapons. Hands severely attacked up to the top of her arm. Hands burning, numb, turning blue and black, which indicated damage from the attacks. TV constantly breaking up and intercepted. Files being manipulated by directed energy weapons to constantly fly across her face, in and around her food. Note, she says, I am not the type of person that has flies flying around my house. Sexual assault and LMPD using directed energy weapons. Cell phones hacked and not working correctly. Note, Louisville Metro Police have already confessed in writing and audio that they are in my computer phone, have key loggers to her computer, have a pen register on my phone, sends things from her IP address. You will find a lot of these confessions in the 30 hate, sexual degradation, death threats they have sent to me on page entitled Hate Crimes on her website, justiceforallcitizens.com. August 6, 2023, 10:35 a.m. Sexual assault by LMPD using directed energy weapons. Now, I have to add here, she doesn't know for sure they're coming directly from them. Like, I know for certain, like the Manalapan Police Department did certain things, but I know for a fact that my neighbors that moved in next to me were doing other things, and private contractors, contract stalkers were doing other things. So this is a total psyop. So these are the military-grade weapons, and there are some police departments that actually possess these weapons. Not all of them do, but some of them do. I don't know Louisville. I mean, I know it's a huge city, town over there. Like, they've got like a couple of 100,000 people living there. So she says, note, if I were lying about them, they would have sued me. However, they have confessed in writing and audio that they are using directed energy weapons against me. Therefore, they can't sue me because they have already incriminated themselves numerous times in writing and audio and have made numerous terrorist threats to my home, which were recorded along with the attempts to try to set me up to cover up their crime. She says a lot of this is posted on my website. She, repeats this over, justiceforallcitizens.com. Where is the U.S. Department of Justice? Will somebody please help? August 6th, 10:10 p.m., working on her computer. Hands are being attacked and made to feel numb and burn. The Louisville Metro Police also bend my fingers on my hands every night. I mean, again, folks, it's not always one source that this is coming from. It's a psyop. Like, they want you to believe it's coming from one place and it's coming from somewhere else. And I just want to say, this is a fact. Last night, I should say early this morning, 4:15 a.m., somebody was walking in front of my bedroom window. And before you all say, oh, well, why didn't you get up and look and do something? I was going into a deep sleep. By the time I would have gotten out of bed, gotten dressed, gotten to my front door, unblocked my front door, the perpetrator would have been gone, okay? I'm just reporting that at 4:15 a.m., somebody was crackling on the rocks in front of my house. August 5, 2023, approximately 6:30 p.m., she says she's driving on Dixie Highway close to the entrance of the shopping mall where Texas Roadhouse is located, and a large rock was made to hit her windshield right in front of her face while she was driving. That's really bad, folks, which could have caused me to have an accident. I was not under an overpass, therefore no one threw the rock from a bridge. It just came from the sky and hit my windshield. It could have come from a drone, as I'm followed by drones that I have taped, which you can find on my website on the page entitled Drones. I do know that this was done by the, okay, she says it again, LMPD, as they have sent people to murder me and state proudly in hate, sexual degradation, death threats that they are going to kill me and my family. Okay, this is, she's claiming she has this evidence. I'm not going to negate her. This is what she's saying. August 2nd, 10:50 p.m., Louisville Metro Police intercepting refrigerator, directed energy weapons. August 1 to August 2. The police sexually assaulted me, attacked my hands, intercepted appliances while directed energy weapons, which they have confessed in writing they are doing. I was not allowed to sleep. I had to go to work August 2nd, only 3 hours of sleep. I do work in apartment management. Go to my website. On August 1st, 7:30 p.m., I was sexually assaulted by the Louisville police using directed energy weapons at 10:30 p.m. My brand new refrigerator was turned off and on. I know they are watching me in my home because I was walking around the refrigerator, and before I got to it, I had to turn around and go back to my bedroom to get something. However, the refrigerator ice maker was turned on and off, and this is what the LMPD does when I walk past the refrigerator. However, I did not walk past it when they thought I was going to. Okay, yeah, I get that. And this is why they tell targeted people to differentiate your routine. Your routine is what they follow. Once you screw up their routine, you screw them up too. She says when she got up to work after having only 3 hours of sleep on August 2nd, around 8 a.m., I walked past the refrigerator ice maker, was turned on and off. She says if I were lying on the Louisville Metro Police, they would have sued me. However, I have too much evidence, and this includes written and audio confessions by them. That is why they are attacking me with directed energy weapons. Would somebody please help? July 30-31. Frequency to ears causing ears to bleed. An intercepted TV refrigerator caused the breaker box to go off and come back on. They have also continuously attacked my hands causing fingers to bend, hands to go numb, and causing my hands to burn. The police have knocked out most of the ceiling electrical light fixtures in my home and are also knocking out the outlets in my home. They have also been attacking the 2 little dogs I adopted, and they admitted in writing they were going to kill my poodles that she says I had, and they did. They also confessed in writing that they were going to kill my family, and my son was attacked by directed energy weapons and was found in his home dead, and the coroner does not know what killed him. Oh my God. The Louisville Metro Police also confessed in writing that they murdered Elizabeth Elliott, a friend of mine, who feared for her life because of the Louisville Metro Police, as they had also targeted her. You will find the confessions of the above, justiceforallcitizens.com. Will somebody please help? She says. Where is the U.S. Department of Justice? I'm going to tell you where they are. They're sending money to the city and state for the COPS program, the Citizens on Patrol. I call them the mops and cops, the morons on patrol and the criminals on patrol. Yes, state-sponsored Domestic terrorism against innocent people trying to save their own lives while being tortured by criminals. Greedy, psychopath criminals, I'll add. She said, one even told me the guy in the video on my website that the police put in writing 3 times that they sent to kill me isn't, oh my goodness, is my favorite beer of instigation an agent. Wow. Why is an agent at my house trying to get in my home and stating that I contacted him on Craigslist for a date? Oh my goodness. All of this is suspicious, and I fear for my life and my family's lives. Oh my God, folks. This is their slander campaign. They're going onto Craigslist and posting ads about us. I better never find one about me. I'm not looking to date anybody. Forget about it. I'm done. I've got pets, and that's it. I don't have time for a guy. Sorry. Would be nice if I did, but I just don't. Okay, let's see. July 27, I fear for my grandson's life. I've received approximately 3 emails from threatening to harm my grandson, which you will find on her website. On her page entitled Hate Mail, Degradation, Death Threats. Her grandson has a very odd name that no one would think of it unless they knew him, and she was told his name. Her grandson is not a saint and is in jail. However, he's in isolation, has been in isolation for some time. I would like to know why he's in isolation from the general population. Also, that is very disturbing that he told me he was hearing people talk to him, as I'm very aware that the police are using directed energy weapons, and his nickname for that weapon is the Voice of God weapon. He also told me that several entertainers such as Mary J. Blige, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and numerous other stars are talking to him. I explained to him that they are not talking to him and that this is a weapon being used on him, and that the people talking to him are officials using these weapons to create these voices to get a reaction from him. Note, you will find the patents for some of these weapons on her website. There are many others that she didn't have a chance to upload, and as previously stated, she spoke at the Washington Presidential Commission for Bioethical Issues, along with others across the United States, about these weapons. To the U.S. Department of Justice, my grandson is being used for an experimental purpose, and I am requesting that the U.S. Department of Justice investigate the Louisville Metro Police Department of Corrections. It is a known fact that they have been in the news, and there are problems with inmates being found dead or killing themselves in that jail. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She says, I plan to follow up with a certified notarized letter. Also, you can see when I speak about these weapons, no one can call me crazy because I was in Washington for the meeting along with many others. I also have taken pictures of these weapons, which you will find on my website. They are similar to the weapons used on the attacks of the U.S. Embassy by other countries. However, these weapons are being used on citizens by corrupt police officers in her town and others. As you know, after 9/11, all officials are fused together through a fusion center. However, some are corrupt and should not have access to these weapons. Also tonight, when I came home from work after trying to contact Jerry Collins, I was bombarded in my clean home once again with frequency manipulated flies that were landing on me and in my hot tea, etc. When I went to bed at 11, I heard bumping noises at approximately 45 minutes after I began to fall asleep, coming from the end of my bed. I woke up to a battery-powered nightlights in my bedroom flickering. I have used battery nightlights because they knocked out all of my plug-in nightlights for some of the sockets. They also started pulsing my body, including private parts. My hands have been severely attacked to the point where I have a very hard time writing neatly. When they attack my hands, they go numb. Nerves are attacked, causing severe pain, and fingers are locked and bent. She says, I have to be at work this morning, and I have not had any sleep. The police have been attacking her little dogs that she adopted, and one of them is now sick. As previously stated, they confessed that they would kill my 2 poodles, and they did, after making them suffer for several months. Well, I can attest to the fact that they make my cats suffer and then kill them. They want me to go to the vet and spend thousands and thousands of dollars to figure out what's wrong with them, only to have a vet tell me, oh, I don't know what's wrong with them, but we can euthanize them, or we can take blood work, $600-900 for blood work, but the animal's going to die anyway because it is carefully orchestrated that they will die after you've spent your thousands of dollars. This has happened to me in Manalapan, New Jersey, where I have spent thousands of dollars on veterinary bills to save my cats that were being tortured by directed energy weapons. And by the way, the Manalapan Police Department was within walking distance of my house, and they did construct a building, and I'm convinced that that building is being used to surveil the general population there, including all of their new toys new weapon toys. That's just my 2 cents. She says, where's the Department of Justice? They interviewed her 3 times via 1-hour-long video conference, 2 times in person. They know my life and my family's lives are in danger because the Louisville Metro Police has confessed in writing and audio to all the crimes they're committing. And she says, again, it's very suspicious because he tried to break into my home, and when he was at my front door, he stated, you contacted me on Craigslist for a date. She says, I, Connie Marshall, do not go onto Craigslist looking for dates. I know there's a lot of corruption of people in this town need to cover up because they gave me a lot of evidence, which you will find on my website. Therefore, my life and my family's lives are in danger as they're also attacking and destroying my family's life. So they killed her 2 dogs. They killed her 2 dogs and they killed her son or nephew. I'm sorry if I didn't get that right. She says she sits down to watch TV, was sexually assaulted. They want to call me a liar and sue me, try it. I can prove everything that I'm saying. And the police have confessed in writing and audio. Okay, so she just repeats this. And then she goes on about her refrigerator. Oh, here, this is good. I can attest to the fact that this happens to me. She says Louisville Metro Police are manipulating spiders, wasps, and flies using directed energy and frequencies to her home. Well, I'm going to say that does happen, but I'm going to say that it's not necessarily being done by the police. There are operators that have the devices to do this. And I'm not saying that it's not happening by them. I'm just saying that there are specific people that handle the animals, like the rabid dogs that are not fed on my property, come traipsing on my property, and the insects that do follow you and that will intentionally sting you because they are programmed to do so with frequencies. So she says, I came home from work and found flies all over my home and my front window. They're also able to manipulate these bugs to fly in your food. I can attest to that. A friend walked up to my porch and suddenly flies were all over my mailbox. I've consistently walked into spider webs in and around my home. Yep, that happens to me. Spider webs, cobwebs, dust, fibrous dust, all in my chicken coop this morning. All over the front door, the inside, the outside, all over the shelves in there overnight. I cleaned the shelves today, and I guarantee tomorrow in the morning they'll be covered with this fibrous, disgusting dust, which is probably poisonous. It probably want me to inhale it, touch it. This is how they make you sick. This is how they make the animals sick. She says, I've consistently walked into spider webs in and around my house. Most recently, they manipulated wasps on my property in my recycle bins, and when I opened it, I was stung twice. This happened to me here in Kentucky, folks. I was stung by a wasp in the left jaw, the right jaw, exactly the same place, equidistant, left jaw, left elbow, right elbow, all in one friggin' summer when I moved here. She says, I keep a clean home, yard, and recycle bin, trash, car, etc. They are doing this with frequencies. That's right, Connie. They use frequencies to manipulate the animals' and insects' behaviors. It causes them to go crazy. It makes them nuts. Just the way the frequencies affect you and I, it affects the animals, which is why my guineas will start cackling for no reason at all. She says, I've never had bugs in and around my house. If you go to my website, justiceforcitizens.com, you will see me speaking in Washington about some of the weapons they're using, and you will find some of the patents on my website. July 16th, attack by pulse weapons on her hands, electrical outlets turned on and off. Well, I'm not going to continue with this because some of it is repetitious, of course, but I wanted to read this to you because I know this is happening to you guys, folks. I know this is happening to some of you. It's certainly happening to some of me. It's happening to some of me all the time. Okay, I can attest to the fact that when I go to sleep at night, the temperature on my feet is about 15 degrees lower than when I wake up in the morning. Temperature on my feet when I wake up has been as high as 98 degrees, when it should be in the 70s. My legs are vibrating, and they are targeting my left hand, and I do have something implanted in my right ear because I feel it. I want it out. And it does click. It clicked 3 times, just like Connie Marshall. Connie Marshall in Louisville, Kentucky. This is happening to me also. What a coincidence. How is that a coincidence? We don't even know each other. We've never met each other, but we're both in Kentucky. I guarantee the same people that are manipulating you are manipulating me through the neighbors and through radio frequencies. Right? They've got 1 or 2 of these criminals that target all of Kentucky. That's right. They can remote neural monitor all of us, remote the bugs with DARPA technology and radio frequencies. That is absolutely correct. And I look forward to your questions and comments down below. Please tell me if you have experienced weaponized insects in your home, outside of your home. Have you had insects follow you, hunt you down when you're just going about your day-to-day business, doing whatever you want to do, and then a bug just comes up and follows you? And yeah, that does happen, folks. I know it sounds a little crazy, but it really does happen. So, and anybody who knows Connie that can verify some of this information, please, leave a comment down below. She does have a YouTube channel. I just looked at it and stuff. So she does post a lot of videos there. I have not been to her website yet, so like I said, I can't confirm or deny any of the information that is happening there, but I can validate to the fact that a lot of what is happening to her is happening to me. Obviously, the Louisville Police Department is not targeting me. They are in a different jurisdiction, a different place. I don't know any of those cops. But I do know that the Manalapan Police Department, when you move to another state, guess what they do? They partner, they have partnerships, and they fuse their information together through the terrorist screening database, right? So when the police officer pulls up your name and address and your social security number and your phone number, guess what comes up? Your handling code, right? You're a non-investigative test subject in the terrorist screening database, which means that you have committed no crime. You're just a non-consensual test subject to be humiliated and tortured as a hate crime. That's right. Tell him. Say, I'm the one with the big mouth. Yeah. I'm the one that talks all the time. I'm the one. that bird, like when he goes into the coop at night, he's the one that, like, if another bird sits next to him, he'll try to push them off. It's not funny. He can be a little mean. He's like the only one who's like a little mean. I don't know why he's like that, but so this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Do you want to say goodbye? Huh? You want to say goodbye to everybody? Say, I'm the mean guy. Yeah, I'm mean. And this is my wife, and she's sweet. Yeah, I'm trying to protect her, right? I don't know how you tolerate him. But anyway, guys, I hope everybody's doing well. Please leave some comments down below and tell me, have you too been assaulted by mind control insects? Let's see. We'll see who's coming up here, boys and girls. It's just another one of those little perpy derpy doopy doos. So I'm going to sign off for now, get this video up for you guys, and get my chickie poos to bed. I hope everybody's doing well. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading, signing off for now.